Hi friends, welcome to the Harvest edition of Talented Creators, hosted by DIY with Aria, Lolly D's Creation, and guest host, The Southern Shell. Links to all of the hosts and the playlist will be in the description box. I really love this time of year. Let's get started. I have 7 projects. For this DIY, I'm using a ceramic birdhouse I found at Michael's. They're after spring clearance, some metallic folk art paint, and a couple packages of rub-on transfers from DollarTree. I'm thinking I'm going to pick one of these words to add on the front and maybe some of the little animals. So I'm just going to go ahead and give this 2 coats of this beautiful metallic rose gold. So now I want to decide which area to add my gather, and ultimately I chose to add it at the top. So once I get my transfer added, I decided to put a piece of sheer ribbon at the top as the hanger. It's a beautiful translucent ribbon that I found at Dollar Tree, and I think this is just a perfect addition, and that's it. Super simple, but such a beautiful look for harvest time. Let me know, what do you think of my birdhouse? For this DIY, I'm using a bucket I found at Dollar General, bowl filler, and more rub-on transfers. So I'm just going to go ahead and start scraping off this image because this is actually a transfer on this ceramic bucket. So just using this razor just to get this scraped off, and then I will choose which transfer to add. And with all the remnants of the original transfer gone, I look over my sheet and I choose Hello Autumn to add to the front, and I just get this snipped and pretty simple, add my transfer. And then I simply just add my faux apples to the bucket, and that's it. Such a cute seasonal look. For this DIY, I have a standing faux wood pumpkin from Dollar Tree, a piece of their wallpaper, and a marble look, and a piece of pitberry and some golden ribbon from Hobby Lobby from some time ago. So I want this to be a double-sided piece. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it traced out so the back side will have the marble look to it, and then the front side will have that kind of traditional colors of fall. And just get this applied to the back once I cut it out, and then I'm going to add my golden ribbon to the stem, and then add my pitberry as the little tendrils. Super simple, but a really cute modern look. I really love the way this pumpkin turned out. The beautiful design of this marble wallpaper is so modern and fresh. I really love the look of this. For this DIY, I'm using a faux wagon I found at Dollar General. Really cute, $1. It has these little flat pumpkins on top. Such a cute look, but I want to kind of zhuzh it up and make it kind of like an illusion. I'm gonna add a little shelf in the back. I think three tower blocks, 2 rows with 3 tower blocks would be just enough space that I could add some of these little pumpkins. And then I have some craft sticks as like a back support so my little pumpkins don't fall out. So first I have to get the little flat pumpkins pulled off, and then I'm using this Elmer's Wood Bond glue, and I'll get my tower blocks attached to the back, and then because I'm adding these few rows of tower blocks, it's going to make this a little heavier, so I will end up having to add a support with the wheels. I have some little wood cube blocks that are not on camera now, but I will add those as a support so this will be able to stand. So now that my rows are down, I'm going to add the supports with the craft sticks. And again, I have 2 rows with 3 tumbling tower blocks in each row. And then these craft sticks will be the back support to help keep the little shelf, anything that I put on the little shelf, from falling out of the wagon. Now I'm going to add my cubes to help support the wagon, and I will add 4 cubes behind each wheel. So I just have 2 rows of 2 stacked behind each wheel for extra support. So at this point, all of the glue is dry, and there were 2 little like staples that were helping to hold in the flat pumpkins that I pulled off. So I just went ahead and got those off so that I don't scratch myself. And now I have some whitewash paint, and I'm going to add that to all of the wood that I added into the back. So if anything is visible through my pumpkins or whatever I put into the back of this, that it will be kind of camouflaged if it's all the same color versus if I just leave it the natural wood color. And here it is, all complete, my little souped up wagon. And just by raising up a bit, you can see what I was saying by adding that white, that it really makes it disappear instead of leaving it the natural wood color. And then here it is with my pumpkins added into it. So cute, so perfect for a small tier tray, small spot on a desk. I really love it. Adorable little piece of seasonal decor. Okay, so this DIY is super easy. You're gonna take 8 tumbling tower blocks and glue them together vertically like this. And then you can take a 9th one and glue it to the top to make a handle. And you'll end up with something like this. I did cut the top of mine off with my Dremel. I didn't make a hole for my string, but that's fine. Okay, to make a little cutting board. I love to have different cutting boards for the different seasons. And so let's use one of these rub-on transfers, maybe the double pumpkins with the leaves. I think that's really cute, or maybe the fall. All right, so I'm just gonna add some whitewash to my cutting board so that my transfer really pops. So I decided to go with the double pumpkins, and then from one of my other transfers, I picked out family, and then I found some really pretty ribbon with pumpkins on it to add as just a small embellishment to the top. Okay, we're upcycling these candle jars with these beautiful rub-on transfers to make a nice seasonal look. So I'm just gonna add my transfers all the way around each one of the cylinders, alternating with some small leaves in between. I was reminded that I had these rub-ons in my stash when I went to DollarTree recently, and I saw they have these lidded jars with some pumpkins on the front that are similar, and I thought, you know what, I can use those on some old candle jars for decor. And here we are. I really love the way this looks. These transfers are so beautiful. I love the greens, the whites, and the oranges mixed together. And then I just added in some of the little faux gems from Dollar Tree and LED tea lights or votives, and looks really cute. I love this look. Don't throw out those old candle jars. Think about upcycling some of your old jars to make them into decor. Okay, for the last project, we are going to use this DIY candle making kit I found at Dollar Tree, and this jar, this pumpkin jar that Dollar Tree's been having for the past couple of years. So, of course, one of the bags was split open because it's Dollar Tree. But yeah, the box shows that you can use the different bags to make different little designs. So first I have to melt the wax to get the wick out of the little candle holder that it comes in and get it added into my pumpkin. So I just put a little bit of wax in the bottom of the pumpkin and get it melted, secure the base of the wick into the wax, and then start pouring the different scented wax beads into the little pumpkin. The first one was the apple cinnamon, and then the citrus, and then I topped it off with the magnolia because the other packet that I had to grab from the second box was also magnolia. So yeah, that's why I topped it off with that. But hopefully I can find another one of these kits that has the apple cinnamon. That citrus was kind of clumped, so I was trying to really break that up so it would be evenly spread out, and just top it off with that magnolia. I really love this. It's such an easy way to make a candle out of any small trinket boxes or jars you might have. I hope I can find some more of these, and the wick lit with no issue, so I will definitely be looking for more of these. Here's a look at 4 of the smaller items on a small tiered tray. I think they look so adorable, and I really love how these projects turned out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, there is a playlist. I'll have a link in the description box along with a link to all 3 of the hosts. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing, and have a blessed season.